Hello people, I am back once again, and hopefully the music balancing is a little better this time. My fingers are crossed. If you're disappointed you're not hearing the spamming theme right now, do not worry dear viewer, that will be playing during the battle, but I found a fitting song to go with it for the team builder. So, what's up? It is Chungus, the coach of your Cape Cod Comfies, and I'm happy to be here for week 3, coming off of a big victory that set us with a positive differential after our unfortunate week 1 loss. We are up against Solo, who is a replacement coach, but he was there last season. He's a very threatening player, very scary guy. He has a very scary team too. I think our matchup is pretty balanced. It's not great for us, but I'd say we have our options. And I'm gonna just get right into things. I don't want to bore you guys. Alright, once again look in the description if you want to skip the team builder. I'll put the time there. Alright, he has Chandelier, Comfy, Magneton, Indeedee, both genders, Ivysaur, Mudsdale, Araquanid, Braviary, Absol, and Sirfetch'd. I have our squad pulled up, just as a reminder in case you guys don't remember what we're dealing with, but this is our team. I'm happy to have it. Alright, so, what's going on here? Well, just a couple of things to note. They have amazing clerics. Their hazard control is pretty weak, as are their hazards for the most part, I'd say. They don't have a wish user at all, because I would argue Absol is not good for wish, like, literally at all, whatsoever. But that in mind, I just want to get right into things. Meowser. The first Mon... I'm gonna get rid of the water real quick. The first Mon we are bringing this week is our Incineroar Meowser, back at it again, week 2. We have an AV set this week, with Knockoff, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, and Ironhead. The last move, Ironhead, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put that on there, because honestly, I don't even need a 4th move. The first 3 cover basically everything. But what is Incin's job here? Well, first of all, 2 of their biggest offensive pieces are Chandelier and Indeedee. Neither one of those Mons can touch Incin whatsoever. Like, this thing just completely hardwalls them. That's why I'm expecting them to each be choiced and likely have some sort of trick item to mess with Incin, but this thing is damn bulky on its own. It doesn't necessarily need the AV, even if it definitely helps, and it's still a big threat. The issue is, you know, without heavy-duty boots, it is taking that rocks damage, but their only rocker is Mudsdale, and we are bringing pretty decent removal that's able to 1v1 Mudsdale quite well here. So I think Meowser is going to do its job quite nicely. We're running a lot of attack, as you can see. That's because of how hard, offensively, we hit their team. But either way. Here's the second part of our offensive core. I did not creep Comfy, speed creep Comfy. So in Mon, speed creeping is basically when in draft you're able to see your opponent's fastest Mon and then creep it so you're just a little bit faster to save any Bs. Well, their fastest Mon that I creeped for is Indeedee, as Comfy has priority, so it's not really going to be running much speed likely. So I got to run 128 HP. It's not a bulky Swallow by any rate, but it's, you know, it's going to be taking hits a lot better, which is pretty cool. I love the set here. Boom Burst, Heat Wave, U-Turn, Hurricane. It's simple, but it's so good. Perfect for me. But Boom Burst, their only switch in is Magneton. Magneton does not take special hits amazing. It gets 2 KO'd by Heat Wave, even Eviolite. Max HP, max Spadef, I'm pretty sure. Hurricane is just if I want to get the extra KO, as Ivysaur and Araquanid both have really good special defense. But for the most part, it's just going to be clicking that Boom Burst button. Magneton can only come in once or twice. What's really key is it doesn't have recovery, besides, I guess, rest. And, well, like I said, Absol's not going to be doing much for Wish. So that is our Swallow. Next we have a very interesting set here. Oh my gosh, I forgot to EV it. I'll put EVs on it later, but I'm going to just put a nice 248, 252 here for now. But essentially, what our beautiful Ferocity is here for is it is here to be a backup wall to Mudsdale. It is our primary answer to Araquanid. It can wall Comfy literally all day and all night. It's a decent switch into Absol, assuming they don't run Fire Blast, but that's it. So you might be looking at their team and thinking, they have a Magneton. Magnezone is a great trapper. It traps and kills steals. Well, guess what? I learned today, Magneton does not get Body Press. It can't hit Ferocity, like none of its moves can. So basically, the reason I have Endeavor on this set is because if they try and sub up, which is the only way they can 1v1 us, we can set up all our spikes, and then once they chip us down, we can just Endeavor them. Like, they'll probably get us pretty damn low, but there's no way for them to, like, 1v1 us. We will beat them in the 1v1, and then guess what? They do not have a single Swellow answer once that has happened. So, oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention, which is pretty great. If they click Trick on, like, a Scarf, Indeedee, or Shandy, they are losing their Scarfer, which is their likely only good way to deal with Swellow, which is just, it's the bee's knees, man. Something I'd like to go over real quick is I'm interested by their team because they have both Indeedee and Comfy. That's not an amazing combo for the reason that Psychic Terrain prevents all priority moves from going off against grounded targets. So they'll have to be really careful, and we'll be able to keep that in mind and play around it. But for the first week, we're bringing our first Sona here, Lycanroc midday. Mudsdale is the only mon on their team that takes hits from it. Albeit it's a very good way of taking hits. It's very annoying, but we can get a Toxic off on it, we can get a Stealth Rock on it. Stone Edge is still doing like 30 to 35% to Fizz Def Mudsdale, and then we can switch into either Ball or our next mon we have up here. But yeah, this is just a really solid mon. It's able to hit their team incredibly hard. It's able to set rocks. It's able to just be generally a nuisance. I'd say the point of this match is Magneton and Mudsdale have an insane amount of pressure on them to carry this team, carry him to victory solo. So I want to just wear those mons down, put all the pressure I can on him. Next we got Swoosh. It is here for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only. Number 1 is to defog, though I must be very careful because they have a Braviary, which can come in, take the defog, and I'm screwed because they're at +2. That said, we have speed for their Braviary and Shandy both creeping a max speed Jolly Breloom, which once again we're not bringing. I feel bad benching poor Breloom again, but Comfy and Shandy and Indeedee, there's just too many threats to outspeed and kill it. But I really like this set here. Volt Switch and Shadow Ball hits everything it needs to. Wisp is great to threaten Mudsdale and Absol and Sirfetch'd. We can't risk Flash Fire Shandy, so I am going to be very cautious in clicking it, as with Defog. So we have to play our Rotom very, very carefully. Their team has a lot of ways to sweep. I'm thinking they might run Trick Room against me, but I think we have ways around it. Our final mon here is Benedict the Togetic. Sirfetch'd is the last mon on their team, I said. This is arguably one of the strongest mons in low tier. It hits insanely hard, there's no switch-ins. Knockoff, as soon as our Togetic gets knocked off, we're basically screwed. Like, that is completely it in terms of being able to wall it. But we can take 2 poison jabs as is with this current set. We can threaten it pretty hard with Thunder Wave and Dazzling Gleam. We hit everything but Shandy does not want to get T-Waved, so it's just like a solid all-around set. It's a decent backup check to Absol and Braviary, though it does not like being knocked. But you know what, none of my team likes being knocked, so is what it is. Only other thing I'd like to quickly say is the reason my Instant is running no speed is, assuming they run Trick Room, we can underspeed and kill like a heck of a lot of their team just using this type of Instant, which is pretty nice. But yeah, final review. The game plan is make sure rocks are off the field, pivot into our boy Swellow, Bird is the word, or Fursona, as much as we can to get those mons to do their thing, and play extremely careful around the Sirfetch'd, the Shandy, and the Braviary. They got the full-on Defiant core, which is a great counter to defogging webs. Like, their web's Defiant core is actually, like, completely insane. At the very least, our Rotom can beat down both of their Defiant users decently well as their web setter. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention, Frosty is also our switch into Iraq. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I'll see you at the battle. Thank you for watching it this far if you did, and leave a like, say in the comments what you think of this team. Do you think we're gonna win week 3? Get a positive diff? I sure do. Hello, we are back, and it's time for the battle. They brought a very interesting team. Actually, they did not end up bringing Magneton. They did not end up bringing Indeedee, and they did not end up bringing Shandy. So Incin is kind of looking a little bit less useful, but you know what? That just means it's more expendable. The one thing I have to be extremely careful about is it is an Intimidate Mon on a team where we're facing 2 Defiant Pokemon. So that's not fun. Not fun, I'll admit. I think Rotom is a pretty nice lead here, so I'm gonna click it. Hopefully the music is good. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more, actually. Perfect lead, dude. Perfect lead. Let's see. I don't think there's any way this thing kills me. Braviary. The only dark move it gets is Assurance. If they're carrying that, it can 2KO me, but I'm gonna click Wisp. We're gonna go Mudsdale. Perfect. We hit. Very nice. They're not Lumberry, which definitely helps. Mudsdale. Lash out. This is the only dark move this thing gets. So, Lash Out is not doing that much to me. So I think I just want to click this for Chip. Yeah. 25. Alright, I'll throw it. They might expect a Defog. So as much as I want to remove these rocks ASAP, I think I'm going to click Volt. Okay, let me think about this a second. So, to explain, if I defog here right away, and they go into one of their 2 Defiant Mons, that could get very bad very fast. If they're running a lot of speed, because they might be able to KO me outright. So I kind of want to click Volt. I don't feel threatened by Mudsdale, so I'm going to click Volt. Assuming they'll switch out. If they stay in, the only thing I could think that they would click would be Toxic. Getting a Toxic on my Rotom would be really annoying, but manageable. That's my take on it. 25 is about right. Oh, they did stay in. They went for Rock Slide. Interesting. Let's see. I should have calced that. So they're not fully Spadef, but they have Spadef. Dude, this is tough. Because it's down to the question of, do I click Defog or not? I don't know if I feel safe. I feel safe. I'm clicking Defog. Alright, sweet. They stay in. Go for another Rock Slide. Then I'm just going to click Shadow Ball. They're probably going to get rocks. Oh, sorry, dude. That sucks. Shadow Ball. How much did I do? 27? Now they're -1, 37. So that's a roll to kill now. I'm gonna click Volt Switch again. They go into Comfy. That's an interesting switch. Rotom, into Comfy. How much did I do? 29. Same, let's see. I think they might be max HP. No, no. So they appear to be a mostly offensive Comfy. But I think, honestly, my best bet is to go in here and click a nice free knock. Yep. Go for a nice knock here. Wonderful. I think they're just sacking this thing. Yeah, it's dead. Yo, this thing is straight up dead. That is, like, amazing. So once I remove rocks, rocks are away for the entire game, which is absolutely superb for Swellow. Like, that opens up Swellow so much. Here comes Sirfetch'd. I can't really let this thing set up ideally. I don't believe it gets agility, but I will double check. Like a smart boy. Insane. Or sorry, no. My bad, people. Agility. It does not get agility. So, yeah, I'll be honest. I think the play is to knock or flare blitz. I'm gonna go for flare blitz. Knockoff. Oh, that's perfect. So we're gonna get some magic. 70%. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, you don't want to win a match that way, man. So that burn on their Sirfetch'd is like awful, because that's like one of their main offensive pieces. Dude, man, that sucks. I'm gonna click knock. That might kill me anyway. Yeah, it did. Damn it, man. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm gonna go into this. They're definitely gonna sack here. They have no reason to. Yeah. So I just get a nice free CC off. Alright, we're off to a pretty good start. Braviary could always come in clutch. Absol is also extremely scary. So I think it's down to what happens with those two mons. Okay. It's interesting so far. Okay. So just as a review so far, losing his Insyn is fine since neither the Indeedee or the Shandy came here. I would say the current plan, Iraq gives me a really safe Ferocid, I would say. Comfy as well gives me safe Ferocid. Braviary would lead me into going my Rotom. Basically, no matter the cost at this point, I really want to just be able to defog away hazards. Because once I get these rocks out of here, this game becomes infinitely easier. Like, that's, yeah. In the meantime, while this guy is working on his move, Comfy. I'm curious if at -1 a Giga Drain kills me, because I believe it will. I'll be honest. Yeah, that just kills me. Comfy is a good mon, I'll be honest. There's a reason it's my mascot. Yep, here comes Comfy. So I'm gonna go right into Ball. They go for Giga Drain. Their Life Orb. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go for a Spike. They're gonna say no Spike for me. So I figured they go Araquanid here, but Araquanid, yeah, you're not taking this, bud. Yo, dude, Ferocid is the GOAT. Dude, man is getting his kill. Okay, alright. So this is a pretty good spot, I'll be honest. In no small part due to that burn. Like, that burn was admittedly pretty huge. I don't know. In the end, they got Incineroar anyway, and I got the momentum, so IDK, maybe it didn't matter, but I'm pretty sure it mattered. Like, it changed the way I'm playing, so, again, sorry to my boy, Solo. I'm sorry about that. That really does suck. Let's see. Here comes Absol. See, I do want to keep Ferocid around, actually. I think I'm gonna go right into Benedict. They're probably gonna go for what, like a knock? Maybe. Close combat. Alright. Life Orb. Does this thing get Poison Jab? Absol? Because I would expect it would. Poison? Does not. Does it get Steel coverage? It gets Iron Tail. That's actually really funny. That's pretty cool. I I think we're just gonna go for D-Gleam. On the off chance, well, actually, let me check if Iron Tail kills me. It probably does, all things considered, but Iron Tail. Actually, it doesn't, so I'm just gonna go for a nice safe one of these. Braviary, big threat. I believe that's just gonna be no, yeah. Definitely gonna go for a T-Wave here, 100%. They go for a U-turn. That's very interesting. Maybe a Rack comes out? Or Aquanid does come out. I'm gonna pivot into Ball. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Aquanid. Liquidation. Yeah, so that is just max attack a Rack. That's terrible alliteration. Go for a nice safe leech. Would that kill Rotom, is the question. 73 to 87. That does kill Rotom. Man, I'm gonna go for another Leech Seed. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna 1v1 this Absol, I think. I think that's my best choice. Yo, is that gonna kill? It might kill. Dude, Ferocity, you're the goat, man. So I think they're Scarf, and I think the reason that they hard switched instead of U-turning turn 1 is because they were worried about Scarf Rotom. If they are Scarf, wait a minute, I might have just made a bad play. I'm confident they're Scarf, which means I'm confident that I can click Defog here. So that gives me a nice Volt switch on this, which is going to do great damage. Sorry about that. Okay, to add a little context to the situation, that was a win-win, because if it turned out that they were not Scarfed, and they would get the Defiant boost from my defog, and then they would kill me, but then I would, in the end, like, get the dub anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. But, okay, alright. So, let's see, does Swallow take? It does not take one at all. I'm gonna go Benedict pretty much as a sack. And I'm gonna click D-Gleam until I die, pretty much, is the shot. D-Gleam, nice 20. I need to calc something that's pretty darn important. Does CC kill Swallow? It does not. So I think I'm going to... I think I'm actually going to go for a Shadow Ball here. I think Rotom's going to pick up the last 2 kills of this game. Might be game. I'm pretty sure that's game. Yep. Alright. Sorry about... Dude, seriously, genuinely, sorry about the hacks to my boy Solo. That is not what you want to see. I'm happy to pick up the dub for week 3. We now have the positive differential. Swallow didn't even hit the field this game. But, my boy Ball, they said it wasn't a good steal, but Ferocity putting in the strongest of work. Rotom putting in the strongest of work. Incin, in the end, it put the strongest of work. I'm happy with my prep. I'm happy with the team. What they brought made a lot of sense. I may have lost without the luck. You never know. But, overall, GG to Solo. I'll see you guys for week 4. Comment down below what you think, and give me some song recommendations for next week. I'm loving the Spammington.